You are very welcome back to episode 3 of the Her Sport Energia AIL show. Today we have a jam-packed show. We'll be diving into round 5 and 6 of the Energia AIL, where we'll be reviewing some of the great performances, some standout tries and the lovely storylines. We'll also be previewing round 7 of the Energia AIL. We'll be jumping over to Hannah Scanlon in Railway, and we're also joined today by the wonderful Alana McInerney.
Hey Maeve Óg.
Lovely intro, girl. How are you?
Good, how are you?
How was the drive up from Limerick? Ennis?
Ennis, yeah. Up Clare, up the banner.
Sorry,
Yeah.
we'll make that clear.
Come on, I'm not from Limerick.
Limerick or Clare?
Clare.
Perfect. Take that one, guys.
Yeah, Clare from Limerick. Yeah.
How was your drive?
Grand, so quick. I love the M7, the M50. It's like...
You're on it now.
I know.
And it's great to have you in here.
Oh, thank you so much.
How is the season going with UL Bohs so far? Obviously, you've been off to a flying start. You've just taken top of the table.
Finally.
But I suppose with coming into a down week, how does it feel to reflect back on the last 6 weeks?
It's been crazy. I feel like we're at a good stage. We're slowly building week on week, but like then again we still have improvements that we want to make, and we're very critical of ourselves, and we always want to be the best, and every time we play we always want to show up for our jersey and play for each other, really. So really delighted to be back at club. Like, had a great interpros with yourself, so I'm missing you, playing alongside you, but being back with the girls and being back at home is just amazing.
Unreal. And then just to quickly jump off the pitch, how's life going? What's going on? I know you girls were in Thomond Park recently with Munster.
We were living it up in Munster, thank God. Thankfully, Munster gave us the opportunity to come in, and they supported us and showed us off to the crowd at half time. We were waving up at everyone, but it was obviously, we got our medals and stuff, so it was really good to see some of the girls back from all the different clubs like Ballincollig that we hadn't seen in a while, and really celebrate our great win together. And we had a great time before the game, during the game. It was great. Munster won. It was a fabulous game to watch. And then afterwards, it was we continued on afterwards anyways.
No doubt. I think we touched on the celebrations of maybe the first episode with Anna. I said, we don't have to get into it.
Still not over it. I still haven't recovered.
Well, you girls, you impressed me.
Oh, you showed up as well.
I know, thanks, girl. And then work. You're working at the moment?
Yes. I work down in Shannon. It's going great. I work for a company. They're called PBC Biomed. Right. Shout out to them. They actually asked me to give them a shout out. But they've been so good. I know, has to be done. They've been so good to me with my time off playing rugby and stuff. So I'm loving that at the moment.
Well, it's fantastic to hear how you're getting on. Obviously, we are delighted to be in the company of someone who is with Bohs, top of the table, and winner of the last 2 Energia AILs. So we're going to do a little bit of a focus on UL, and we want to know what they're feeding you down there.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff. We want to know basically a bit about the team, kind of get into it and hear what you guys kind of get up to, I suppose, from week to week. So to start off, obviously you would have moved to UL when you were 18, 19?
Yeah.
What's one of your earliest memories from joining the club?
Oh, all I remember is when I was playing under 18s, I actually only ended up going to UL because Aoife Corey was going. I was, at the time, I didn't know what I was going to do when I turned 18. I was like, oh, this could be at the end of my rugby journey. But Aoife was saying, oh, I'm going up to UL, come along. And I said, okay, I'll come up. Because at the time we were playing under 18s with yourself, and that Hayes and Briggsy were coaches. Yeah. And all I remember is we always had great time. They loved the kids. I remember coming up to training with Aoife, like a scared little girl, like coming in behind Aoife's shoulder, being like, hello. And then all I remember is me and Briggsy were always laughing, taking the piss out of each other, and all the older girls were like, oh, how can you talk to her like that? Because normally she'd be so serious and stuff, but like
she's a little soft spot for you.
Yeah, she does. I have a little soft spots for her.
It's you, Aoife, and Eilish are like the trio.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, Aoife Corey, Alana, and Eilish are like
we go everywhere together.
Yes, you're the trio.
Wherever
when I see one of you, I see 3 of you. Like, you know.
Wherever they go, I go.
I love it.
Whenever I go, they go. So it's actually been great. Like growing up with them, playing in Munster, playing with Bohs and playing with Clovers together. It's like, now I look back at it now, I feel so grateful, because otherwise they like pushed me along to do it, and they pushed me to be my best, and like we'd always have such fun car journeys, like singing, dance. Like I remember even underage, we'd be going down to Cork, and we'd always have so much songs going on, and we'd always stop, and we'd always get sweet treats, like, you know. So we were very good to ourselves. Yeah, I know. So it's been so good to like share the journey together with each other and always pushing each other on, and like even like I'm so happy for them and all their achievements and everything. I'm so glad to be there, to be with them.
It's so special. I think that really defines club and it defines the Energy AIL. Like, it's family, isn't it? It's so much more than just getting into a squad for the season and kind of coming away then for the summer and going, oh yeah, grand, I'll see them next year.
Sure, it's Bohs till you die at this rate. Like 14, 15 of us have the same tattoo on each other. So yeah, I don't know if I could show it here.
Can we do a tat reveal?
Oh, I can't. Don't think I can.
And what is, you can tell us about it.
It's obviously the Bohs. It's the Robin. So once we won the Energy AIL, we said if we win it, we'll all get a tattoo. So the next day, we all went to get a tattoo together.
Where did you go?
Where did we go?
Yeah, where did you get it done? In Limerick.
Oh, yeah, we got it in Limerick. So wherever the closest pub.
Perfect. That's just about so. I feel like that's done maybe annually in women's rugby teams, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised the amount of trips to the tattoo parlour.
Oh yeah.
We actually did the same after Dubai. We all got camels. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It has to be done.
It was just in memory.
But that's how family rugby is.
That's it, like, and connected through ink. Oh my God. And would that be one of your favourite memories, or do you have another favourite memory? Obviously you've taken the cup home a couple of times.
Yeah. Obviously I think the favourite memory, I know it's always been the journey up to Cook, and the journey down from Cook has always been such great memories, because obviously it's like a 4-hour, 5-hour trip. So when obviously we leave, we always do like dress ups, or like we always make something.
You did Chloe's.
Yeah, we did. For Chloe's 30th birthday, we dressed up as Chloe.
Different versions of Chloe Pierce, captain of Bohs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
so funny.
then one time it was around Halloween, so we dressed up. No, I don't know. Can't remember the last time we were there, but we dressed up as Avengers. That was our team one of the years. So we dressed up all as Avengers. I think I was Iron Man.
I love it. Well, we look forward to that in the second half of the season.
Oh yeah, I can't give away what we're dressing
don't
up.
Tell us, but we can't wait to see. Maybe we need you to send pictures. Videos potentially. Get a good clip there. Unreal. I mean, you've clearly such a family down there, and I suppose with that comes loads of team traditions. I know from I suppose sharing clubhouses with you and hearing that you've loads of team traditions. But what are some of those kind of key ones that you bring along with every match day? I
suppose like our major key tradition that we always do all the time is we have a song. So this song originated from, we went to Flanders, so it was like a social tournament, and we went during...
What is Flanders?
Flanders is a tens tournament over in Belgium, so it was just a nice little end of the season. We'll relax, we'll enjoy rugby, have a bit of fun, like enjoy the weekend. So Flanders is like, if you've never been, it's like in the middle of nowhere. So there's like 10 pitches, 2 pubs, and that's it. So we were obviously took over one pub, like, as you know, we made the weekend out of the Irish, took over one pub, and we were just obviously singing and dancing, and another crew had this song on called Whole Again, and it's not by Atomic Kitten. I know the original is Atomic Kitten, but it is the remix version from Dara Freer. So it is honestly just, we heard the song and we said, this is it. This is our song.
That was it.
So we brought it along to Bohs. So every time we win a match, especially a home game or a really important game or a tough game, we come into the dressing room all together and we'd sing. We'd get up onto the benches and we sing Whole Again. And honestly, Stephanie Noonan always does the sad version. So there's obviously a sad piece in it. So she always does the slow bit of the version, and we always pick up.
Like her with her.
I know.
What's her song? What's her song? Shaggy,
Was It Me by Shaggy? Yeah.
That's Steph's song.
So that's another one.
I know. She's talented.
She is very talented. She is such a good singer, by the way. Oh my God, we had
to get her on here.
I know. No, you do. And then another tradition we do have is after every game, we have Player of the Match.
Lovely.
So we gave a little cup. So we had John Keane, who was part of our team for a very, very long time, and he passed away a couple of years ago, and he'd sponsor a cup for us. So he'd pick, or I don't know if he picked it, but the coaches kind of leaned in on leaned in on who would get him. So after the game, we'd always be in a huddle and be our own little thing that we'd recognise a player that played really well. And now, since he's passed away, we've had the John Keane Player of the Match Cup. So,
lovely.
Yeah.
That is such a nice tradition to pull through, and it just shows the wider circle, I think, of UL Bohs as well, which is class. Last one on Bohs for you. I think it's been really impressive how you guys have carried yourself so far through the season, obviously. But I think as well, sometimes, you know, pulling big scorelines consistently I suppose it can be difficult and finding that flow. But for you guys to have found that flow so early on in the season, what are some of your secrets? What is it that you think is really pulling that cohesion together? Because as you know, starting a new season, you've lots of players coming in and out, maybe some new players, but finding your flow so early, it's obviously been great to see.
Yeah. Well, we can't be giving it all away.
And hard to play against too, but no,
I know.
how has it been?
Oh, it's been great. Like, honestly, the girls, I think it just comes down to what we do off the pitch as well that brings us up onto the pitch. Like, we're so close to each other, and like we'd always try and have activities to do off the pitch, or like after the game we'd have nights out together. I know we had a night out in Ennis, and we had a karaoke night out recently. So it's all like what we do off the pitch to be comfortable around each other, and then have the fun as well, because we obviously want to play at such a high level, so training itself can be so tough and so serious all the time. So it's nice to have a little off switch that we can have, and that we can regroup, and come Tuesdays and Thursdays that we'll train hard, and once we're training, we know we're training for a purpose. Like, we want to, as everyone does, we want to win again, and we know that to win we need to be the best, and to be the best we have to play well each week. And it's so good that obviously we're coming off a good 2-year run, and that most of the girls are still there, like most of the core players. So they're bringing along all the younger players up, and all the players, not even the younger players, that people that just come in from.
There's such an impressive contingent of young players.
Yes. They're honestly unreal. Like every year I'm like, oh my god, not another good player to compete against. But honestly, they're so good, because they make you want to play better as well, and they bring in such a flair to training that they can create, like Kate Flannery can create something out of nothing, like same with Katrina. So you'd always like, oh, I want to be there, like I want to be where she is so I can have the ball. Like, I think the good thing about, we always want to play, and we always want to keep the ball alive. So that's another good thing. And then it doesn't help, it helps when we're all winning, so it obviously brings in every week. So and it's good that we get a week break after every 2 games.
I know it's actually nice so far, hasn't it?
I know. Don't know what to do with myself.
I know, it's nice, and the little rest week.
Yeah.
Although I feel like people are a bit jittery on the off weeks.
I know, because you're like, oh, I want to come back playing.
Yeah. You're like, are we not back?
I know.
What's going on?
Oh my god.
Well, we've heard about the on-field stuff, but we want to get to know the team a little bit more. So I'm going to go at you with a quick fire. So as you said, I hope there's no sense to it. I'm only messing.
We don't hold back.
You need to be realistic with these. Who is most likely to be on the music?
It's got to be Lucia Lynn.
Unreal. Who is the funniest teammate?
Oh, there's lots of funny teammates. Oh, I have to give it to the captain, Chloe Pierce. Oh my god.
Any moments that stand out for you?
Oh, just every single moment with her, she is mad. Like, you don't know what would come out of her mouth. Like, she is ruthless.
I was doing something with her recently, and she answered you and said the exact same thing. So you have a cohesion there or something. I love it. Who is the biggest jokester on the team?
Eilish Cal. Oh my.
One funny girl.
Do you know the TikTok that you go around with all the sayings?
Yeah.
And we were doing that, and like, I don't think we can post it anywhere because some of the sayings we have, but it's just, she is just so funny. She just comes out with one-liners. Like, a favourite one of ours is, what's wrong?
Yeah. What's wrong?
If anything is going on, it's, what's wrong?
She's gas. That girl makes something out of it, I swear to God. Most likely to score on the 5-metre line.
Oh, I have to say Eilish Cahill again, but because she is
She
dead.
scores enough though.
She's deadly. She was the top try scorer for Energia AIL last year, I'm pretty sure.
Player of the year, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Icon.
Go on, my bestie.
Most likely to be late to training or a match.
Oh, Jane Glossy.
Okay.
And the reason she's probably late is she's getting a coffee. That's definitely why.
Oh yeah, you were late on the bus.
Yes.
Up to Ulster.
Oh, we couldn't. Couldn't talk to us.
Oh my god, I know. On the bus, head down. Who are you most likely to find to catch making TikToks?
Oh, Kate Flannery.
Kate Flannery, I love that from her. Who is the most likely to take a gym selfie?
Clodagh O'Halloran, I think.
Okay, yeah, I love that. Yeah. Actually, in fairness, you see them on the gram.
Yeah.
Most likely to mention that they're a rugby player.
Oh, it has to be Stephanie Noonan. Always
Must be done. Love it, Steph. And who is most likely to score the winning drop goal?
Oh, well, I have to give it to Katrina Finn, I'd say.
There you
And
go.
no one else. You can't put me on the drop goals. I nearly took someone out the last drop goal.
Is there any forwards that you think would be ballsy enough?
Oh, do you know what? Grania Burke. She's known to be kicking at the game.
Go on.
Yeah.
There you go.
The forwards are practicing.
You might see it in the next round of the Energia AIL.
I hope not.
Next up, we are going to jump back to a conversation we had earlier in the season with Railway Union's Hannah Scanlon.
I suppose I'll just get started by asking, how did you first get into rugby? Like, was there someone that inspired you earlier on, or was there multiple sports that you played?
I played loads of sports growing up, but rugby was kind of always the main one. My dad brought me down to one of the Leinster rugby camps in my local club in Clontarf. I think I might have been 7 or 8, and literally loved it from day one. I was thrown into the boys because there was no other girls, so I played with the boys until I think it was under 13s, and then I moved to the girls. The girls team started. Fiona Coughlin was actually the coach of the first girls team, so she was definitely one of my inspirations early on, just seeing such a powerful female figure who was so passionate about the sport as well. So yeah.
That's super. So you were so young, starting even. Like, I hear a lot of people starting and they don't start till they're 13. You broke in at 8 and then you got your girls team at 13.
Yes, very young.
Yeah. I suppose you obviously have come from quite a young age to now. What has been the biggest learning curve stepping into that senior rugby?
Stepping into senior rugby, probably it would be like the whole game management side of things. So
Yeah.
Senior rugby, it moves so much quicker than any underage rugby I would have played. So trying to focus on like making decisions on the pitch, especially in the position I play at half and scrum half,
Yeah.
trying to make decisions as well as focusing on my own game and trying to make sure I'm performing well for my team, but having such experienced and supportive teammates around me makes that so much easier.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, you do have such experienced teammates around you at Railway Union, and like, what is it like training with those players and like playing alongside those experienced players? Like, how have they helped you, or how have they been around to be around?
Yeah, I won't lie. At first I was intimidated coming into Railway, seeing all these big names, and like the names, they would have been my idols when I was younger, and now coming in like, oh, they're going to be my teammates. But no, as soon as I started training with them, you realize like they're only there to make you a better player, and they really want the best for you. So honestly, just using them for any information. I probably annoy them with all the questions I have, but use them as much as possible for information, just to be the best player I can be.
Yeah, that's so good. And like, what kind of questions would you be asking going into senior rugby then? Like, what is that change that you're like, wait, what way do we go about this? Or how do you guys do this?
It's very structured, so just kind of like the whole structure of the game. So like we play a 1-3-3-1 or like a 1-4-2, like that sort of stuff. It's kind of, I would have never done that at underage rugby. So just kind of asking players in my position, so the out halves, the scrum halves, kind of, oh, like what would I do in this specific part of the pitch, or off this scrum, like, and there's so many different options we play off.
Yeah.
So like you could do this or you could do this, and it's like when do I know what to do? And it's all obviously reading the defense and all that sort of stuff. So just giving me a bit of guidance through the game.
Yeah. So you probably learned a lot from those senior players. I mean, like just watching them play and then them answering your questions. Has there been anything that's kind of stuck with you that they've taught you that you're like, okay, this has really changed my game, or this has changed my mindset even?
So I would tend to put a lot of pressure on myself when I'm playing. I put this pressure on myself to impress them, just coming in at such a young age. And I thought, I don't perform well under pressure. So one of them pulled me aside last year and was like, you're playing rugby to enjoy it. Your skills have gotten you to where you are. You're good enough to be here. So honestly, just to enjoy it, because you talk to a lot of the kind of the older or retired players, and they're like, oh, I got so caught up in performing the whole way through and I forgot to enjoy it. And at the end of the day, you're playing sports just to have fun, to enjoy it, and you play better when you're enjoying it. So
yeah,
kind of that stuck with me. So at the moment, I'm really focusing on obviously performing well for my team, but just like I'm there to have fun as well. And I think I perform better when I'm enjoying it.
And I think like you're so right. It's about bringing it back to that core value of I'm here. 8-year-old me just loved it.
Yes, exactly.
And she's still in there somewhere, so I can tap into
Yeah.
that. So that's a really good lesson to have learned from them. And I suppose I had mentioned before that you've been described as a player who thrives on big matches. What's your mindset like before kickoff then?
I don't like to start thinking about the game too early in the day, because I find with the late kickoffs, by the time you get to kickoff, you've thought about every single scenario and you end up being more stressed. So I like to stay quite relaxed. I would tend to involve myself in the conversations on the bus on the way down, kind of remove myself from any like rugby related chat.
Yeah.
And then as we get closer to kickoff, I kind of create a pitch map in my head and imagine scenarios on the pitch and different outcomes. And I think that puts me at ease and it relaxes me and gets me ready for kickoff then.
Do you have anything that you do like leading up to games that like, are you superstitious at all?
No, I actually have no superstitions.
No.
I get kind of worried that if I come up with any of these superstitions, I'll get so caught up on them.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't happen, then I'd have a bad game. So I try to kind of stay away from superstitions.
So say you have a match at like 4 p.m. that day. What would your day look like leading up to that match?
I would tend to completely relax in the morning, have like obviously my big breakfast, coffee, talk to my parents, talk to my dad. My dad's kind of key figure in my rugby life for sure.
Yeah.
So I talk to him, and then if I'm on the bus or if I'm in the club before, I just kind of literally have a bit of fun with my teammates, kind of have a laugh, play a few games, whatever we do. And then as soon as we're in the changing room, I kind of take myself aside and I'd create the pitch map in my head and start thinking about the game and the scenarios and the outcomes and what am I going to do here, and then obviously warm up starts and then I'm into it.
Where do you see your rugby journey going in the next few years?
Well, I'd obviously like to continue to progress with Railway and be the best player I can. I want to become like a well-established player in Railway. Obviously get a few starts here and there throughout the season. But I think obviously any young player's dream really is to play representative rugby, and I'm just going to continue to work towards that goal as best I can, really.
Yeah, for sure. And then I suppose like it's really interesting because obviously you're in college. Like how do you manage to balance rugby with college and then a social life as well? And your college course, like is it pretty full on?
Yeah, it would be pretty full on, but I'm very lucky that they're really accommodating. I'm doing health and performance science, so they understand the sporting commitments. There's a few people in my course who have big sporting commitments, so they understand and very accommodating. But I do think it's really important to have that balance because it's so easy for rugby to consume my life, and I think you need another side of your life to rugby.
And then the social aspect, like would you still have time, like do you see friends outside of rugby, or would you like tend to like take to other sports, or is kind of rugby your only thing now?
Rugby would be my only sport, but I obviously hang out with my friends, and I find the time away from rugby to hang out with other people that aren't my teammates, because you have different conversations. Obviously kind of with your teammates you always tend to come back to talking about rugby. So I think it's really important to hang out with other friends and have another social life outside of rugby for that balance.
I suppose my wrap-up question is just what advice would you give to other young girls hoping to break into the AIL?
Yeah, I think it's such an opportunity to play in the AIL and a privilege to get to play alongside like past and present international players. And like I said previously, one thing I found was just to use those players for information and advice, and someone once told me to be a sponge, so take all their information and use it just to be the best player you can be. So use those players.
Okay, well Hannah, that's everything from me for today.
No problem, thanks for having me.
Now we are going to dive into the reviews of round 5 and 6 of the Energia AIL. So Alana, to kick off, the first fixture I want to chat a little bit about is Railway Union and Ballincollig. Obviously Railway took the win over Ballincollig, but it was close. It was a 31-19, and I suppose for Railway it took them that little bit of time to find their form before they got their win. But how exciting is that for Ballincollig?
I think it's so exciting. I think it's a lot of positives that they should take from that game, like to run Railway that close, who were the runners up last year. So it's really good for them in the AIL that they're building week on week. So hopefully next week, they'll take the win then. Unreal.
And I think like ourselves, you guys haven't played Ballincollig yet, but in Blackrock we have, and there's so many standout players, and I think we can probably preach that as well from the Interpros this summer. The number of Munster players that are playing down there is very exciting. So for them to, I suppose, challenge Railway like that is brilliant, especially a team that's has their internationals, and obviously we're looking at round 5 and we'll get on to round 6, but it's a lovely contest to see, a nice competition to see as well. There used to be that real difference between top 4 and then the remainder of the teams, but that's something you're seeing less and less of, and that gap is certainly closing, which we love to see. Galwegians took the win over Ennis. It was a 39-0 win. I think we touched on this and just talked about maybe the exciting derby that this fixture could turn into. Obviously, you're an Ennis native and Galway's only up the road.
Yeah.
But is this a derby, I suppose, that you feel like there'd be a bit of competitiveness in?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Like, the girls, the good thing about rugby, we all kind of know each other, so it's always competitive when you're playing, and especially when you're so close, like literally like 40 minutes from each other, you can build such a good crowd for it. So I'm excited to see the years to come how it'll end up, and especially with Bohs as well. So there's a nice group of teams close together. It's like another Dublin hub.
I love it, and I think, not to be biased, but to touch on it again, such a number of players in that Ennis side that were standout on the day. And then I know as well, obviously in Galwegians, Emily Foley had the hat-trick. They're all chasing you on the try scoring list, girl. I know, they're coming.
I gotta start getting my boots up.
Oh my God, you don't. He'd slow down. And then quickly to touch on Wicklow and Blackrock. Obviously we headed down to Wicklow. Never easy playing down in Ashtown. Never easy on that pitch. There was,
oh my God,
there was pieces on the field that were like slush, and then parts of it were gorgeous. I know. But you, of course,
it's always a dog fight over there.
Slush, no, but a really competitive game, and there was a lovely intercept try within that for Vicky Elmskin. I know. Wouldn't you like her?
It's like her staple at this rate.
She's such a threat.
She's such a threat.
The amount of intercepts through one myself this weekend now, but the amount of intercepts, it's really exciting to see that press and D, and I think that's something you offer as well as a player. In the reads and defence. Yeah.
It's always like, I think it's always good to be scoring tries, but when you're in defence, it's always good to have a good hit, like a good solid like defensive read or a good smash. And
what goes through your head when you're making
or else, oh my God, if I don't, because since I'm the winger, I said if I don't make this tackle and they pass the ball, I'm going to get it.
You get an F.
Yes, I would not want to. So,
it's not about motive. Just to touch on round 5, then the other fixtures, UL Bohs took the win over Cook, and Old Belvo took the win over Tullow, which to touch on was their first back-to-back win of the Energia AIL season. So that's really exciting, and as well a team that I think has kind of found their form now, and it's been brilliant. We will then dive into round 6. We will come back and touch on some of the key players that are standing out, but we'll just kind of get through the fixtures first. The first one I want to touch on is Ennis and Cook. What a scoreline, 22-19. Ennis took the win. I think there was a fabulous try in the 75th minute by Clark, chipping it over.
Oh, I saw the video.
Lindsay, the boot is out.
I know.
It's lovely to see from her as well, because obviously, playing in a centre position with Munster during the summer and on the wing, it's lovely to see, I suppose, the boot being developed across a number of positions.
Yeah, it's great to see her being so versatile and offering herself up for all those positions and being confident enough to take a crossfield kick. Like, I know it takes a lot of practice and to get a pinpoint like that for Aoibhinn Donnelly to score the try. That's brilliant to see. Keep more of it.
I know, absolutely. The crossfield kicks have been great so far this season. I think as well to touch on that was Cook's second game in a row travelling down the country. So obviously they travelled to you guys the week before, but you do that journey. I was going to say we all do it, but we don't. Obviously we come from Dublin, but you do that journey. You know how grueling it is.
Yeah.
So to come that close, I think that's really exciting for Cook. Hoping they can pull out a win in the next couple of weeks. To touch on as well, you guys played Galwegians.
Yeah.
It was a super Saturday in the club, I believe.
It was a super Saturday.
Mean?
So the men's were playing Galwegians at 2:30. So unfortunately they lost. Galwegians took the win. But we were playing the women's team later on at 5 o'clock, and thank God we won. We ended up top of the table, and then afterwards, as a club, we had a little karaoke night. So I think girls are still recovering from them.
Okay, I'm sure the lads are too. Or were they up on the mic?
Oh, it was a boys versus girls kind of,
The girls took the win.
Oh, of course the girls took the win.
Of course, shouldn't even no question there.
Yeah.
And then just to touch on the other scores from round 6, Blackrock took the win over Tullow. Belvo took the win over Colleague in now what is their third win on the trot in the Energia AIL, which is very exciting. And Railway had a good win as well over Wicklow, which is brilliant for Railway Union, who are really pushing to, I suppose, get back to their winning ways like they did last season. After reviewing round 5 and 6, now we are going to touch on some of the kind of standout players that we have seen so far across the Energia AIL. I think it would be rude not to quickly touch on yourself, Alana. Obviously, your top try scorer. I mean, it's not often. Some players might, cross the whitewash once or twice in a season. But as a quick one, are you more of like a swan dive, or are you more of just like a tap down and run back?
Oh, if anyone knows me, I'm just a tap down. I think I'm
elegant
scared
girly.
to swan dive in case I injure myself.
My God, the fines, or in case you drop the ball.
Or drop the ball,
You wouldn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
No, but I suppose you obviously are the top try scorer. It's fantastic. You've created a lot of them yourself, but obviously you've so many amazing playmakers as well in UL.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to be crossing the line like that? And
honestly, it feels great. Like half the time the girls are doing all the hard work and I get all the glory. So it's great. It's honestly amazing what the girls inside me do. Like the forwards work so hard, and thank God we have playmakers like Kate Flannery and Katrina Finn that they just want to give the ball to you, so it's great.
It's class. What's your favourite kind of try to score?
I do love a crossfield as well. You always love a crossfield.
It's so buttery when it lands. You're like, come on. Unreal.
In the basket.
Unreal. And then before we quickly move away from Bohs, Maeve O'Leary. I think she's probably catching up with you, but she had a hat-trick at the weekend, I believe. Or the weekend before?
The weekend before.
Round 5 hat-trick.
Yeah.
But such a really exciting upcoming player.
She's come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah,
to be fair, one game she was out on the wing because a couple of years before, she was a winger.
Yeah.
And then she moved into second row, and she's been flourishing ever since. I'm so excited for her to see what she'll be like for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. I think to know as well, she's become such a line-out leader, which is so impressive. And something really exciting in the game. So watch this space. Jumping over then, staying in Munster, but jumping over to Ennis. Aoibhinn Donnelly, obviously this weekend, she scored all 4 tries for Ennis. But a really, I suppose, exciting thing. And you can probably tell us a bit more about Aoibhinn, but she was playing with Cork City FC last season or recently. And she'll probably, be back playing soccer in Ireland this year again. But for that kind of dual athlete, dual sport, do you know Aoibhinn and her background and
I grew up with Aoibhinn as well. We went to school together, and we always played football, and she'd always be a good pacey forward as well. So it's delighted to see her both excelling in soccer and jumping her hand over at rugby. I know she played underage for a couple of years, and then she went and played soccer, so I'm delighted Ennis grabbed her back, and she's been in flying form ever since, so hopefully she'll stick with it.
And I think it just highlights that piece that there's a place in rugby for everyone.
Yeah, and you can always come back and play.
100%, we'll never say no.
Never say no.
So keep coming through. Amazing. And then another player I do want to touch on is Maggie Moylan, obviously one of my teammates, but I think to really highlight, she's not only like a playmaker and is coming into the middle of the pitch and making herself known.
She's a scrum half now,
Scrum half. Oh my gosh, yeah. She's brilliant. In our game against Old Belvedere, Maggie had to jump in at scrum half, but she also jumped into the pack at one stage and she did a pick and go. And I'm not joking, out of the full pack, I'd say her pick and go was the strongest on the day.
She is a flyer as well. You can always guarantee a score off of her.
Absolutely.
Her pace, her strength off her.
Agreed completely.
You always are scared with her hand off. Oh my God, I'm like,
it's treacherous. And keep an eye on the Her Sport channels, because I know she's potentially going to be involved this weekend a little bit, which is exciting. And I think finally then, we'd be mad not to touch on the Fleming sisters first of all, but Aoife Fleming for Ballincollig has been brilliant.
She's flying it. Even watching her in Munster and training with her, and the way she's come on leaps and bounds even this year to bringing on such a great form into club season. It's really a good boost for Ballincollig as well to have a player performing week on week, so I'm delighted for her.
Definitely, and they're such a bundle of energy and such like a bright light. The two girls are. Aoife and Ciara Fleming are twins. They're identical to the core. Like, not that many people can tell them apart.
I still can't. I'm sorry.
But Ciara wears an orange scrunchie and Aoife wears a red scrunchie. Or that's how I told them apart until they came both wearing red scrunchies and I was lost.
Yeah, I was kind of keeping guessing.
Oh no, they're great, but just some great ones to watch out on as well across the Energia AIL. We'll be right back to preview round 7 of the Energia AIL, but first up is our player challenge.
Feels like foam. A foam finger? Oh, I have no idea. The trophy. Is it stone? Rock? Potato.
I have no idea. What?
has antennas. A cup. Foamy. It's not a scrum cap. It's like padding almost. Foam. It's foam finger. Is it like a camera? Oh, ball pump. Did I just break it? Lego.
What the hell is that? A pump? Some sort of a pump?
Is it a teddy? Is it Kevin the car? Is that like a camera stand or something, or for your phone? No. Oh, is it a bike pump or a ball pump? Some sort of like stress ball or rock? God, I have no idea. Is it a potato?
Now, we obviously have a weekend off this weekend in the Energia AIL, but looking ahead to round 7, which will be the 29th of November, that is all kicking off. Some very exciting fixtures in store. You guys are coming up to Wicklow, coming up to Ashtown. Obviously, it's never kind of an easy pitch to play at.
Yeah, it's always going to be a battle.
Always going to be a battle of the forwards often.
I know. Yes.
With Wicklow.
Yeah.
But a nice opportunity for you guys to kind of, make your mark again.
Yeah, and continue on the form and
yeah.
hopefully finishing up the season strong.
After a
This
tough,
half.
after a tough battle with Galwegians as well, it'll be nice to kind of see where you guys are at. Blackrock, my own team, are taking on Ennis, which will be brilliant as well. I think it's going to be very exciting after seeing their weekend just gone. We'll be looking for even Donnelly now on the wing, and Lindsay and all that in the back line. Cook are at home to Railway, which will be a journey off the road for Railway, but nice for Cook to be back on home turf. Nothing like it. I think we say it in every episode, but Cook has the best post-match meal.
Honestly, the best meal ever.
Honestly.
You'd always come back on the bus so full and so nice.
So content.
Yeah.
Unreal. Then Galwegians are due to take on Old Belvo. So to touch on, Galwegians had their first loss of the Energia AIL, obviously last week with you guys, but for them to be going to play Belvo, very exciting fixture.
I think it's very exciting. It's two very young teams that are in such great form, so I'm actually really looking forward to that one.
And I know Belvo have had a couple of injuries as well, so there'll be some players getting a really nice opportunity there, hopefully. And that is over in Galway, so hopefully the rain holds off. It's always raining in Galway. And then finally, Tullow will be taking on Ballincollig. You'd imagine that'll be a tight enough battle.
Hopefully now that it'll be a good game to watch, and hopefully both teams show what they are made of.
Absolutely, and it'll definitely be one for the taking, there's no doubt. And that is it for episode 3 of the Her Sport Energia AIL show. Alana, thank you so much for coming in to us.
Thanks so much for having me.
It's been wonderful to have you, and we will no doubt keep an eye on the top try scorer list.
I'll try my best.
We'll see if you're still there by the end of the season. No, but we look forward to seeing how the rest of your season goes for you and for UL, of course. Thank you so much to everyone at home for watching and listening. Do let us know your thoughts, or if you have any questions or anything you'd like us to talk about in future episodes. And keep your eyes peeled for episode 4 over the coming weeks.